Welcome to Bestseller Insights. Today we're diving into a powerful and emotionally charged book that goes far beyond the typical self-help formula. Live the Best Story of Your Life by Bob Litwin is not just about setting goals or thinking positive. It's about fundamentally rewriting the internal narrative that shapes your entire reality. Whether you're stuck in a rut, chasing your next big breakthrough, or simply curious about unlocking a new level of performance and happiness, this book offers a methodical yet deeply personal path forward. In this review, we'll explore Bob Litwin's journey, the philosophies he shares, the strategies he suggests, and the emotional impact of his words. Let's begin our deep dive. Bob Litwin is not your average author. He's a world champion tennis player, a revered performance coach, and someone who's experienced profound personal transformation. His life story is riddled with emotional highs and lows, success in sports, the loss of his beloved first wife, and a complete reinvention of his purpose. These experiences led him to craft a system not just for improving performance, but for living a better, more authentic life. Bob's belief is radical in its simplicity. We live the stories we tell ourselves. If your story is full of fear, hesitation, or trauma, it will reflect in every area of your life. But if you choose to write a new story, deliberately, every day, you can shift your entire experience. The book is divided into 3 parts: the story, the tools, and the practice. Each part builds upon the previous, guiding readers from awareness to action. Litwin starts by helping you identify the old, limiting stories you've been telling yourself. He then introduces tools to dismantle these stories and replace them with empowering ones. Finally, he guides you through the ongoing practice of reinforcing your new narrative until it becomes your new reality. What sets this book apart is its blend of emotional vulnerability and actionable strategy. Bob doesn't pretend to have all the answers. Instead, he invites you into his own journey, a journey of losing, learning, and ultimately winning, not just in sports, but in life. He talks openly about losing his wife, about feeling broken, and about having to start from scratch. That vulnerability makes his insights feel deeply trustworthy. You're not just reading a book, you're entering a conversation with someone who's been where you are and found a way through. One of the biggest wins of the book is its clarity. Bob writes in a way that's easy to understand, but rich with meaning. His stories are personal and relatable, making complex ideas digestible. Another highlight is the book's structure. Each chapter builds logically on the last, and every concept is reinforced through exercises and reflections. This makes the book not just something you read, but something you do. Some readers might find the repetition of certain concepts a bit excessive. Bob emphasizes rewriting your story over and over, and while this is central to his philosophy, it may feel redundant to those who prefer fast-paced content. Additionally, readers who are looking for data-driven academic self-help might find the book too anecdotal. One of the book's core techniques is writing your new story. This isn't just about positive affirmations. It's about envisioning the version of you that you want to become and then speaking from that version's perspective. Instead of saying, "I hope to be confident," your new story might say, "I am a confident, resourceful person who takes action despite fear." This reframing, when practiced consistently, shifts your emotional state and begins to influence your decisions and habits. Litwin also stresses the importance of language. Words shape thoughts, and thoughts shape actions. If you constantly say, "I'm trying," you're reinforcing uncertainty. But if you say, "I'm doing," you affirm commitment. This might sound subtle, but over time, these shifts in language become shifts in identity. Throughout the book, Bob includes practical exercises. You're encouraged to identify old stories, challenge them, and replace them with new stories. You're asked to write daily, reflect on your emotions, and track your behavioral patterns. These exercises create a feedback loop of awareness and change, turning insight into action. The emotional impact of the book is hard to overstate. Readers often report feeling deeply seen and understood. Bob's voice is warm and encouraging, but also firm. He's like a coach who believes in you more than you believe in yourself. This emotional tone creates a space where real transformation can occur. Another highlight of the book is the section on performance. Bob applies his method to athletes, executives, and creatives alike. He demonstrates how your inner story directly impacts your outer results. Whether you're preparing for a big presentation, trying to improve your relationships, or chasing a personal dream, the inner narrative is always the key variable. Bob also addresses setbacks and failures. He encourages readers to see these not as evidence of inadequacy, but as part of the learning story. Failure is data, not identity. This mindset shift alone can be liberating for those who have internalized shame or self-doubt from past mistakes. One of the most powerful chapters involves Bob's grief after losing his wife. He shares how he used his new story practice to honor her memory while moving forward in life. This section is deeply emotional and shows the practice's relevance beyond career or performance. It's a tool for navigating life's deepest valleys. The writing style is conversational but rich. Bob uses metaphors from sports, especially tennis, but never in a way that alienates non-athletes. You are the author of your story. Not your parents, not your past, not your boss. You. This empowering message is repeated throughout, embedding itself like a mantra. In terms of applicability, the book is suitable for a wide audience. Professionals seeking peak performance, individuals going through personal transitions, creatives dealing with imposter syndrome, and even those recovering from trauma will find value here. The tools are universal because stories are universal. As you reach the final chapters, Bob shifts from teacher to cheerleader. He urges you to keep going, to keep rewriting, to keep choosing the best version of your story, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. He knows from experience that change is possible, and he wants you to know it too. In conclusion, Live the Best Story of Your Life is a rare gem in the self-help genre. It combines emotional depth with practical tools, personal vulnerability with universal application. It's a book that meets you where you are, but refuses to let you stay there. Whether you're looking to perform better, heal deeper, or live louder, this book offers a clear path forward. The final message? Highly recommended for anyone ready to take control of their narrative. The book is not a magic wand, but it's the pen, and Bob Litwin hands it to you with love, wisdom, and a firm nudge forward. Thank you for watching this review on Bestseller Insights. If you found value here, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and sharing your own story in the comments. Until next time, keep living your best story.